Hi, so today I'm literally recording this video from my laptop and I'm using the webcam. So this is something that I haven't done in a very long time. Let's see how this goes. Now we are actually doing a video request today, and let me just pull this question up. Actually, I have it here somewhere. I really wanted to do this video because on public bullying, because this is something I've also experienced. And we will get into this very kind of heavily. I also experienced something yesterday when I was out on a date. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to everybody. There are like certain people who I get to see like in all of my videos, and they're like watching, commenting, and even the people who are new. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Even the people who disagree with me and you're respectfully putting your opinions, I think it's great, and I am very happy to, welcome everybody here. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thumbs up for me. Please, let's get into this topic. The username is not coming up on here, but let's keep going. Ziva, please could you do a video or give advice on public bullying / humbling, especially with women. I am truly confident in myself, blah, blah, blah. Everyone states to not care, ignore them, love yourself. But I do, and we get that advice our whole lives. I'm in London too, completely leveled up in every way. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So every single time I'm in public, just standing anywhere, women give me vile stares up and down, laugh at me, whisper, come up to my actual face to state nasty comments, racism. So when she's at a golf club, okay, so these girls are saying that she doesn't belong there. She's been purposely fired at work. People have been turning people people have been turning others against her. Okay, so she's been treated horribly, all because of her looks and her personality, her kind personality. Okay, even in higher areas like Mayfair and Kensington, if you're not from the UK or even London, these are more premium areas that we have around here. Okay, so this lady is like, what is going on and why is this happening to me? She wants to experience going to events and or in public for a second in peace without women trying their hardest to make her feel worthless. Okay, Ziva, you and your content are truly a blessing for me. I'm so broken, this lady said. I have a big issue with that, okay? And as people know, I do not like bullying. Now, first of all, experiencing public bullying, this is something that, especially when you're working on your look, lots of you are going to experience. Lots of you are going to have these kind of experiences where women are trying to make you feel uncomfortable, or they are blatantly speaking to their friend about you. When you walk past, they're watching you. When you walk past, they turn and they're still watching you. You're going to experience dirty looks. Now, let me be clear, some dirty looks can look like it, but some people are just looking at your outfit. I just want to make that clear as well. But of course, there are dirty looks that are going to be occurring when you are on your glow up journey. At work, this lady mentioned about having a hard time, losing jobs, people being turned against her. I have experienced all of the same. I haven't actually experienced like random people coming up to me saying like horrible racist comments. I haven't experienced that, but one person called me Beyonce. And I was thinking, girl, okay. That was a guy actually. Anyway, but I haven't experienced anything like racist or anything really, really horrible in terms of words. But of course, at the workplace, yes, I've experienced that. I was kind of ostracized when I was working at a certain place, and Like, I didn't have any friends there, and that is why I kind of became acquainted with my bosses, who I still meet up with like once, maybe twice a year. So it kind of, at the end of the day, if people don't like you at work, like, so be it. The guys will be your friends, and like, who cares if those girls don't want to be your friends? I think it's actually a better thing for you, because otherwise you get swept up in like girly gossip and like stupid conversations that are just a waste of everybody's time. And really, you could be using like your lunch breaks and things to, like, be by yourself or read a book or do something that's actually worthwhile than sitting around gossiping about other staff members. I just think that sometimes being friends with people at work is a waste of time anyway. You've got to take it on the chin. You've been fired from that place now, so that's good. Start fresh. That's how I feel. Like, I do think that that's not a nice situation, but I don't want you to get too hung up on people at work, because they don't matter anyway. They literally don't matter. It's kind of like being bullied at people at school. Once you're out of school, those people are like, who cares? Like, you don't even know who they are anymore. Can't even remember their name. So I feel like from that, you've just got to move on and just say, look, those girls weren't on my level. They probably never will be. And they obviously felt threatened, and that's why they did not want you around, because when you're next to them, they look ridiculous. Okay? But then, like, and I've spoken about this in terms of your glow up transformation journeys. You're going to experience this, friends falling off, as some of you told me, by the wayside. Friends falling off, baby. You're going to be experiencing that. And also, like, people won't want to be friends with you. Okay, new people who you're meeting, they might not want to take to you because you make them feel less than. We know that's going to happen. Work people, goodbye. Okay, now, in terms of public bullying, like when you're out and about, people coming up to you saying racist things, I feel like you've got to get a little bit of a defense response prepared. I think that sometimes, I don't know if you are responding to these people, but I do feel like when something bad happens to you and you don't stick up for yourself, it can affect you more long term than if something happens in the moment and you respond and you feel mentally like you protected yourself, like you stuck up for yourself. This doesn't need to be something really horrible, like you don't need to be a really horrible person, but at the same time, somebody is coming up to your person and disrespecting it, and you have the right to say something back. So I think it's about like just coming. I'm quite quick with my words, so I would just make something up at the time. But if you're not, then just think to yourself something now. What could you say? The next person who comes up to me being rude, because you can't. It's not up to you how other people react. You can only work on you, how you respond to these things. You're not going to be able to stop it from happening. So, and I'll get onto that in a second, why it's a positive thing. But when somebody comes up to you, oh, you look really weird, or whatever they're saying, then just say, but I would still rather be me than be you. So, anything else? And just, they will be embarrassed and they will feel stupid. And if they say something else, just say, but I'm still me and you're still you. Anything else? And you just keep it going, because at the end of the day, you're not looking like you want to have a fight with somebody. You're literally saying what is probably true, and they're going to feel stupid, and they will probably think again when they want to do it to somebody else. If you have been having this going on for a long time as well, I would say that you're a strong person. Okay, you're a strong woman, and like, it's more mentally exhausting for you. The whole broken comment at the end, like, I do feel sorry for you with that. I feel like lots of us in life, like, dealing with certain things, lots of people have been abused. There are so many things that happen in life, and these things can weigh on us forever. There are some things I think that we just won't be able to get over. But what you can do is you can still be good to yourself no matter what other people are doing to you or saying to you, and you can still stick up and protect yourself. It's a good sign that this is happening to this lady, and any others of you who are experiencing this, it's actually a good sign because it means that you are a woman who men want and a woman who women are jealous of. That means bingo. That's what that means. That's what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing, okay, like I'm seeing positivity. I'm seeing pros. I'm not seeing cons. I'm seeing it's giving it girl, it's giving that girl, it's giving I'm who they want to be and I'm who I want to be. It's giving I'm who they want to be and I am who they want to be. That is the point, and I think that's a positive point, and you kind of have to remember that regardless of how others are treating you. Um this is something that I have experienced, right? Where I have literally been out in public and I have been barged on several occasions, and it's always but by the same kinds of people, like the same demographics. It's always the exact same people who do this to me. Um, I think I mentioned like the last time this happened, or the last time I mentioned it on camera, I said it in a video. This was a while back, maybe like last year, definitely. But I've even had something that happened to me like a month ago, and it's always the same demographics, like barging me or like doing physical things, and I know what it's about. I know exactly what it's about. It's about you having a look that they are jealous of, you having something that they want, and they are just so disgustingly jealous that they have to do something physical to let it out. Because like us as people, we need to express and release our emotions, otherwise they're pent up and it feels even worse. So that's why when we're frustrated or when we're sad, we cry. That's a release of that frustration and that sadness. We need that to happen. And others use verbal abuse or physical abuse to express that and to release those feelings also. You just have to feel sorry for them, and just like they're going home still being themselves and you're going home still being you. You're living your life still being you. They're living their lives not being who they want to be. And it's really sad, if anything, and kind of like it's very unbecoming to be a bully. It's very unbecoming to be a bully. So I think that everybody's different. There are things that bother other people. There are things that bother others that don't bother you, Like with the barging, that is something that I'm very aware of now. And certain people that I see, I might even try to kind of, not go right next to them because it's kind of, I'm thinking that they're going to do it. So it kind of has you thinking in that way. But at the same time, I'm not living my life in fear or like really thinking about it that much. So I feel like it's something that you've got to try to look at the positives of it, I feel like. But when you have that response to give to people, yeah, but you're you and I'm me, like at least you've defended yourself, you've done something to stick up for yourself, and that's a positive thing. So you can't control how people act. You can't control how stupidly people think. But you can control how you defend yourself, how you stick up for yourself. That's something that you can, that you have, control over. So, what else did you say? And then I'm going to go on to an experience that happened to me yesterday. Ladies, by the way, what do you think about this kind of color? But if this up here was like more black, I kind of want to have a wig that has some colour, and I'm thinking of doing that. Now, back to this. Having stairs. So this lady's saying that she's having stairs everywhere she goes, and she's kind of over that. Now, yes, we're going to experience stairs. We're going to experience girls trying to make you feel uncomfortable, women trying to make you feel insecure and think, oh gosh, is there something wrong with my wig? Is there something wrong with this? Is there something wrong with that? I've had that as well. You don't have any control over what other people do, only on yourself, only over yourself. And you just have to think, look, these women are staring at me. I can stare at them and like absorb it, or I can just look at something that they're wearing and make a face that looks like, ooh, and make them feel insecure, or I can just ignore them and just act like they're not even there. You can do something also to make them stop staring, which I have come to realize, which is if you kind of like scratch your breast or something, or you kind of lick your lips, or you do something that's kind of sexy and they're still staring at you, it makes them feel like a creep. So they're not going to be looking at you while you're doing those things, and they will actually turn and stop looking at you, and then they have actually shot themselves in the foot because you've made yourself have even more sex appeal, and then men are going to be noticing you more. So it's like they just can't win. And once you realize that they aren't winning, and you are, then you're going to have less reason to feel like this about something that's going on with you. Okay, because clearly you're thinking about this, because this was a long comment, and I thought, you know what, this lady, she's going through it, to have a comment like this, saying she's broken at the end. Every time she's going out, it's a negative situation. I do want to get to a point as well. You said that like people are coming up to you saying nasty comments. I kind of feel like if someone's coming up to you and you can kind of feel like the energy's off, just turn around and like step back. Or if they come up to you and they're trying to talk to you, just step back, so they know, oh, okay, I'm kind of not welcome. They're going to feel uncomfortable, and I feel like this will kind of stop some people in their tracks from opening their mouths. Because why are they coming up to you anyway? Like, if you see some girl, like if you know that this is something that happens to you, and you see some girls coming over and they're literally about to open their mouth, just say, look, I don't know you, excuse me, and just act like you're busy on your phone, or don't, whatever it is that you're doing. I feel like it's you can stick up for yourself. Okay, if you feel like, okay, they're coming over, the energy's off, I've just seen them gossiping about me, and now they're coming over, like, you can get in there first if you wanted to. But I do also feel like you don't want to live life being defensive. Then you also mentioned that, what did you say about Kensington? You said, even in the higher areas like Mayfair or Kensington, I know through my soul. Wait, what? Wait. No. Okay, so I think that what you're saying is that you're getting these looks in those areas. People are coming up to you saying nasty comments, and that's happening in the upscale London areas as well. I at the end of the day, people are people regardless of which area they're actually in. Just because it's Mayfair and Kensington, it doesn't mean that the people have a classy way of thinking. It doesn't mean that they have any brain cells. It doesn't mean that they are not jealous or not feeling insecure. It doesn't mean that they don't know how to that they know how to act either. And it also doesn't mean that they're even from those areas. And most of most of the time they probably won't be. I hope that I'm being helpful here with what I'm saying. I really do, because I want you to get to the point where you don't care, but I just don't think that that's in your personality. I think that there are different things that affect other people, and this is one of those things that just does affect you. The only thing that you can do is control the way that you react and make sure that you stick up for yourself in the moment. As long as you're putting effort in, you have more of a confident air about you and whatnot. I feel like this is going to happen when you're going past other women who just don't have that in them, or yet, or at all. So, like, it's something that you're probably going to deal with and experience when you are more, when you've escalated your look and you know what works for you. You're it's just it's a no-brainer. It's going to happen. If you don't want to experience it, then all you have to do is not look nice anymore. But of course, you're not going to do that, right? You're just going to be who you are and do what you want. So you just have to kind of live with it. And the way that I would suggest for you to live with it is, like I said, just stick up for yourself in the moment. If they come up to you and they say something to you, say something to them to make them feel like even stupider for coming over and opening their silly mouth, right? Now, things will happen to you not only when you're out by yourself, but also when you are with a man. Yesterday, I was on a date, so this is somebody I'm seeing, and we've been seeing each other for a little bit. And we were actually also in Mayfair, and we were where were we? We were walking down Davy Street, and this woman was like walking up, and I saw her boots. That's what I noticed, because they were like snake print boots, but I really did not like the color. So it kind of caught my attention, her boots. I liked the style of them, but I hated the color. And that kind of caught my attention. And I noticed my date, because we were talking at the time, because we were just walking to a restaurant, and we were talking, so we were looking at each other, and I noticed that he kind of like looked to the side. So I thought, oh, maybe like, oh, he's just like glancing because like I did, whatever. But I didn't think anything of it at all. As soon as she had passed us, and we was like, I was still talking, because we were talking about something, and just moments, and I was just speaking to him, and then he said, "Did you look at that woman?" And I said, "No, I didn't." I said, "I saw just her shoes." And he said, "She gave us the most nasty look he has ever seen." And I said, "What?" I said, "I saw you look, but I thought you were just like checking her out or something." He's like, "No." He said, "I was not checking her out." He said, "She had a problem with us, and it was a nasty, disgusting look. And like, I can't believe you didn't see it." I said, "Well, like, I looked at her boots." I didn't see it. And basically, so what she did was she looked me up and down, and then she looked at him and kind of gave like a scoff, kind of like, or like scrunched up face, and he was thinking it's because of the age gap. So I'm obviously 33, but it's giving 23. No, I'm being silly. But I'm 33 and he is 56. Now, obviously, people age very differently, and like, you might not think that that's a big age gap or whatever. To some people it is. To me, I think it's pretty standard, and like, it's not like a huge age gap, I would say. So, but there is a big difference, and yes, he's 56, but yeah, I guess he might look like a good 56. I don't know, kind of ish, maybe. I think he looks his age. You can tell that we have a big age gap, and he, looks very classy, three-piece suit, waistcoat, cufflinks, just how I like it. No, he looked very nice yesterday. And there's kind of like those gents, you know, those kind of old school gentleman types, because, you know, he is a barrister, so he is in chambers and, you know, dressed very nicely, and it's just all very nice and formal. And I guess, I don't know, I kind of feel like people have issues with what they want and what they don't have, or what they feel like they could never have, or whatever it is. So she noticed me first, like he said. Then she looked over to him, and then she was like in disgust. So, but she gave me a dirty look, and then him essentially, or our situation. And he was just like, how can somebody don't know just give a look like that? And I was just thinking, can we just like move on to another subject? Because I kind of like, it wasn't new to me, and I just said, you know what, some people are just really unhappy in themselves, and we kind of laughed about it, and then we moved on to something else. But that's the point. We laughed about it and then we moved on. I could have been thinking, okay, all right, she's thinking this because of the age gap, like like this and that. Okay, okay. Now the next time I'm out with somebody, I'm like, is that going to happen? Or just kind of building up nerves about something, or having this kind of angst about this situation that I can never control. Unless I do what will make other people happy, which is something I'm never going to do. And like you're never going to dull yourself down. You seem to still be making an effort with your appearance, and you seem to be a nice person internally, and you're not going to change those things. So at the end of the day, in a sense, you could kind of stop this if you wanted to by doing what they want, but you don't want to do that. So I feel like there's power in that as well, and that's something you have to remember, that you do have power over that element of things. um Listen, public bullying is something that's going to happen if you're glowing up with your looks, with your dating situations. If you're dating somebody who blatantly looks like they have a couple of bob in the in the bank, or and you maybe have an age gap, if you're out by yourself, it's going to happen. It's just something that's going to happen. When you're at the workplace, other girlies are going to be over you. Like, it's just a given. And I think that one day you'll look back and you'll actually be so pleased that it kind of happened, because at the end of the day, it wouldn't be happening if there wasn't a reason. And I'm going to stop waffling now. I feel like maybe I'm waffling on a little bit. I think I've said what I wanted to say on this. At the end of the day, stick up for yourself in the moment, then you're not going to feel so bad about it afterwards. Have a premeditated response for these bullies. Stop feeding into things when you're in the workplace. Go into that without even wanting to find any friends, because the friends at work just have nothing serious to speak about, and it's all a waste of time anyway. So go into workplaces not even wanting to be friends with anybody, and that will help you with that situation. And when you're out and about, make sure that you have your wits about you. If you see somebody coming over and making a beeline to come and chat to your cara, to your face, then turn around or say, stop right now. I don't know you, girl. Like, you've got to have something where you know, okay, this happens, I'm going to do this. That happens, I'm going to say that. You've got to have these premeditated responses and actions already in your mind, you know, so then that way they're not going to catch you off guard. This is a normal part of your life now. This is something you are going to experience, and you have to decide whether, you know, you're going to do what others want and drab yourself down, in terms of make yourself look really drab, or you're going to continue how you are, and this is going to continue happening, but then at the same time, you know that you're doing the right thing and that you're on the right path. in terms of your femininity transformation journey, right? Being a nice person, like, I think that's amazing. You're doing what you need to do, and maybe these women seeing you will kind of try to take a leaf out of your book. Really? Look at my wig. On that note, it's kind of doing this. On that note, I'm going to love you and leave you here. I barely put on any blusher today. This is, yeah. This is like the day after I just posted my get ready with me. I put barely any blusher on today. I just wanted to see if my hands could stop putting it on, and they did. So it's like really subtle today. Let me know if you do try out my makeup routine, by the way, and get that palette. That Morphe palette is incredible. So I'm going to love you and leave you here. Lady, I hope that this video helps, and any others of you who are dealing with public bullying, it's kind of like a depressing vibe that you have to realize is going to be a part of your life now. And you still make that choice whether you want to be on this journey and make yourself happy, or whether you want to regress and not be on this journey and make others happy. So the choice is yours, but nothing is going to be absolutely 100% fantastic and fabulous in life. There are always going to be pros to cons, and like kind of light to the dark, dark to the light. That's always going to happen. The pendulum is always going to swing. There is never going to be a situation in one's life that is 100% fabulous. And I'm so thankful for this comment, because it's a great subject, it's a great topic for everybody on my channel who is doing their glow up transformation journeys, and I know you ladies are. I've seen your avatars, I've seen how cute you look, I've listened to your voice notes that you sent me, I've heard your voices. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, these girls must have guys eating out the palm of their hands right now, and I'm just like so proud and happy. So yeah, ladies are hating on you, well done, good girl, keep on going, and at the end of the day have your premeditated responses so you're able to protect and, you know, look after yourself when these situations come up and when they occur. So I'm going to love you and leave you here. Get dressed, get out, be seen, regardless of who is seeing you and who is talking to you, whether it's positive or negative. It's technically all negative. Wait, that's not what I was trying to say. It's technically all positive anyway, because it all comes back to you being on your journey and you doing it correctly. So that's a good sign, and I hope this video has been helpful.